Sexual 25 episode, The Casting Couch. Yeah. We're diving into these no, none of his movies are seductive. They either have rape or, unwanted sex in them. So, no. This is The Casting Couch for the Uwe Boll podcast. This is
unwanted
Postal.
sex is rape, right?
Well, yeah, I was just doing both, I guess. It's also...
He doesn't have murder. Well,
also,
okay, sometimes it has murder or just somebody killing somebody else.
It's also 8:30 in the morning, and this is an impromptu recording, so I'm going off at the top of the dome and slightly coming off of a mild hangover from the new year. Jordan, how was your new year?
I was at work, so it was good.
Loser.
It was fine. We were busy. We had a code on my dad right at the New Year's mark.
A code?
Yeah, where you send doctors in to a patient's room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jordan, all right, I'm sorry. I'm trying to be better at not interrupting.
Okay. What have you? Okay. Yeah, fuck our podcast.
No, because listeners, we have not done our due diligence, and
oh no,
we have not done our research.
What is this?
So something's wrong, Jordan. Something is very, very wrong. So because we're gonna deep dive into Uwe Boll on this episode, and Uwe Boll, shout out, thank you for reposting us on Twitter. Thank you. And doing it multiple times from what I can see.
Yeah.
Jordan, I typed in.
Oh. No, this is main episode stuff.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay.
I just pulled up IMDb because we're going to go through trivia. So I typed in IMDb in my Google search bar. And Uwe Boll, it pulled up just Uwe Boll's page. And I didn't type in IMDb Uwe Boll. I just typed in IMDb.
Okay.
So not only
Google knows what you want.
Yes. So not only is my brain breaking, because from what I can see, they're making a documentary. Well, he's probably making a documentary about himself. But
oh, probably.
I want to know what this is. It's playing in the background. I'm sorry. Yeah, there's...
it's so sad.
Jordan, they're making a documentary about him.
That's insanity.
Or they're making a documentary about the Postal video game. I think that might be it.
Oh, okay. That makes a little bit more sense.
But he's still tied to it.
Well, yeah.
And... Okay. Finish what you were going to say, and then we'll just start diving into what we're going to do today.
Okay, well, I'm going to shit talk a little bit on Uwe Boll.
Do it. He needs it.
I just... There's so few directors that will just... He does a thing that I like, which is show, don't tell. And he'll... so the movie I'm thinking of is Rampage. He shows all of the horrendous shit. And it gets a response from your brain. There's some bravery in that. And I just wish he wasn't him.
Because he's a awful human being? Is that why?
Yeah. He's really pretentious, and he pats himself on the back way too much for shit. It's not even mediocrity. It's just bad. And I want more directors to have balls when it comes to showing shit.
Not bowls?
and getting yeah, and like getting their point across in like a really in your face way. And honestly, like kind of trusting your audience, like he trusts us to get the joke or to get the message.
You honestly believe that? I think he does not trust us.
Really?
Think,
Okay.
think about Postal. I mean, everything was in. Hey, Jordan, Postal was basically you telling the story of when you got to flap your dick into the face of the father of the girl you were dating. That's what he did in Postal. like he would
Yeah,
come out.
Postal's not a great example. I'm still thinking of Rampage.
So I think Postal is him at his highest because that to me is just definition from ass to taint. That is an Uwe Boll movie. Is Postal.
Yeah, but it's also a Postal movie, right? Like, isn't it just the video game?
Well, yeah, and maybe all right. So anyone who's listening, and I'm sorry if you are listening, don't do what we're doing. Just do what we say, not what we do. We are going to continue the Uwe Boll, and we're gonna go through his filmography, and
Yeah, eventually, one at a time with breaks
yeah,
in between.
maybe once or twice a month we're gonna do an Uwe Boll movie, even if
Twice a
it's
month, even. Jesus, that sounds like a lot.
he's got like 70 movies. I mean, we're gonna have
Oh
to
my
put
god.
we're gonna have to put some kind of gasoline on this thing. But
Uh,
so Jordan and I had realized we have not done our due diligence and had not done our research.
no,
And
this is main episode stuff. No,
how's
don't
this main
bury this in a point five.
how's this main episode stuff?
Our corrections?
Yeah, we're in a point five right now.
No, these corrections are too important to be buried in a point five. Nobody
You
listens to these.
you want to save this for like when after the Uwe Boll video game era, we then talk about this?
Yeah, we should just do an episode where we're like, hey, this is what we missed, and isn't this shit absolutely bonkers?
But Jordan, I gotta bring up the fact that he hired fucking prostitutes for Blood Rain 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
He hired prostitutes
Yeah.
because he probably didn't want to pay SAG wages.
Yeah.
What a piece of
Yeah.
shit. What a piece of shit. Oh.
He probably thinks he's cool for that too.
Oh, for sure. He's like, oh, I gave them work, but I didn't fuck
Yeah.
them. Allegedly. Allegedly. We got to get that in there. So we got to start putting allegedly in the beginning of our
Allegedly,
intros.
I wish Uwe Boll wasn't Uwe Boll, and allegedly,
Oh God.
I wish he wasn't a Nazi right wing piece of shit.
All that's getting bleeped. All that's getting bleeped.
I can cut it. You know what? No, this is a point five. Who the fuck cares? Allegedly fuck you, Uwe Boll. I just wish you were a better person.
I don't. Because then we have someone to talk about and someone who's going to repost us and someone who has a bigger following than we do. All right, Jordan, imagine the day that we actually have a bigger following than Uwe Boll. I will shit, allegedly. I will shit inside of a Pringles can. Thanks, Brian, for this idea, and mail it to him. Allegedly.
Wow.
Now,
Brian, like your boss?
no,
Oh,
my
okay.
brother.
Okay. All this is getting cut. Jesus.
just bleep the names. All right, so the cat, so the cat silencer in the movie cost him $45,000 to create, and it appears for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep.
He really needed it though.
You were really hard about this. J.K. Simmons being in the movie. Almost all of his lines were ad-libbed.
Right.
Let's see, because Uwe Boll always does the DVD audio commentary in all of his movies. I've tried to listen to it, people. I can't do it. because he fucking sucks his own dick the whole entire time, and it's disgusting, allegedly. Oh, Jordan, I am still looking, and if anyone out there who is listening, please send me a podcast who's doing what we're doing. I could only find one, and they were only physically able to do 3 episodes because they just quit after 3. They couldn't get past Blood Rain 1.
Yeah.
And listening to them, so like episode 1, like they really shit on House of the Dead. And Jordan, I'm not sure if you listened to it or not.
I did not.
Okay. So they really shit on House of the Dead. And to me, House of the Dead is probably one of his better movies. I haven't seen Rampage.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
But
Rampage is like, again, it's a good movie. Like, I'm still floored that he did it, because it's impossible that he did, you know?
yeah.
Anyway.
Shit, where was I at?
They should on House of the Dead. I'm picking up radio waves, by the way. I'm dealing with that.
So
They a new mic.
They were really shitting on House of the Dead. And then when it got to Alone in the Dark, they were kind of in the same boat we were. They were like, what is this movie about? Because there was like 4 hosts, I think, on that podcast, if I remember correctly. None of them knew what Alone in the Dark was about, and something that we did not bring up was the ending of Alone in the Dark. And your brother brought this up because he even asked the question. He's like, were they the only 2 people alive either in that city or in the world? And I told him, I don't know, because that movie makes no sense.
Yeah.
We
need to get Aldrich in on more things that we like don't understand, because he'll pick up on shit
that is true
that we miss. Yeah.
I did tell him to watch Blood Rain 2, and then at the very least we will call him and he'll give us his review on Blood Rain 2. What was some things that we so Uwe Boll's a doctor, hired prostitutes. I'm trying to think of some other things. So the original script for Postal was entirely in German. Let's see. Rob Schneider, Jamie. Hold on. Rob Schneider, Jamie Kennedy, David Cross, and Sarah Silverman were approached, but didn't want to be involved in the movie. Oh, thank you, guys. I love all 4 of those comedians.
Yeah. Especially Sarah Silverman. Can you imagine?
No. No. One of like the biggest like Jews in Hollywood working with this fucking Nazi. No.
Alleged.
Thank you for being on top of that.
Yeah. Whoa. Can't just be slinging around the N-word with no allegedly. Jesus.
The N-word.
Allegedly Jesus.
Allegedly Jesus.
That's what it's gonna say on his fucking tombstone. If it doesn't, we need to make sure that happens.
Allegedly.
Allegedly Jesus.
I don't remember Gary Coleman in the Postal 2 video game, but he was approached to reprise his role, turned it down. So the line about 9/11 victims not being heroes but just victims was improvised. I don't remember that.
Wow.
Ron Perlman was considered the role for Uncle Dave before Dave Foley was cast.
Yeah, oh man.
Dave Foley did a great job, but Ron Perlman would have been fucking bonkers.
Is this our first 0.5 with like actual like rediving back into the movie?
Yes. Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
is.
Ron Perlman, just yeah. And I did no fucking research for Postal video game, and I said I was gonna get better about that, and then I didn't. So, oops.
Abdul, who was the retard Taliban guy, was played by an owner of a local nightclub, according to Uwe Boll. That's not really great. I just saw the R word and read it. And then yeah, there's a director's cut with 17 minutes extra. So the only thing about this movie, Jordan, I know you haven't watched it yet. You haven't had time.
17 minutes extra. What did he cut?
17 minutes of pure fucking gold. Nazi
Oh
gold.
my god.
Allegedly.
Can I just look up the cut bits?
Yeah, if you want to. So in these special features, this is around the time when Uwe Boll boxed his
haters.
Critics. Yes.
Yeah.
And he did 4 matches, and if I remember right, because I watched the boxing before the movie, he boxed all 4 of them back to back to back because he was wearing the same clothes.
Wow.
And his
that's actually kind of impressive.
His last match, and most of them did not go past the first or second round. The last match was against a 17-year-old internet movie reviewer, and watching him just basically beat the shit out of a 17-year-old was hard because he won every single fight.
Hey, Uwe Boll, if you are listening, which you are, because we're saying your name a lot, you fly us wherever. You pick the place. You pay for the tickets. We'll handle the rest. And just imagine, like, we wouldn't be able to talk without teeth, you know? We wouldn't be able to...
That's true.
Yeah. Minimal training, I promise.
I mean, he's 59, so he's got old man strength.
Yeah.
He's a father, so he's got old man father strength.
Yeah.
Even if he can't really do it because he is 59. I mean, Tyson did it and he was in his 60s, but Tyson's also one of the world's best boxers of all time. Uwe Boll, I'll let you know right now, I don't think I would really throw a punch. I would just I want to feel something, and I will let you knock the piss out of me.
Yeah, I'll be around too.
Just so I can feel some shit. I will wear you down. Just letting you just beat the ever-loving crap out of me. And then Jordan's going to come in and just take out a shit ton of aggression. Even though I will say, I've got 15 years of pent-up retail aggression where I would make you swallow. I would make you swallow your fucking molars.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't.
Oh my god! You know he walks in to like every fucking grocery store, being like, you guys serve me. You know, he's that kind of fucking. Oh god! Allegedly.
How about our intros and outros? We just need to do a song where we just like we spell the word allegedly and then we just sing. I'm gonna write a song that's nothing but allegedly. So, Jordan, my brother.
Who do we know that plays instruments?
We'll find something.
Yeah.
Jordan, my brother was here the other day, and
we're renaming the Uwe Boll, by the way, to the alleged Uwe Boll.
The alleged Uwe Boll. Perfect. Yeah. Perfect. So my brother was here the other day, and he was like, "Hey, I haven't caught up to all of your episodes," but he's like, "How is the Uwe Boll going?" And I just stare at him, and I went, "It's awful." I
Yeah.
said, because the only movie that he can think of off the top of his head that he's watched is In the Name of the King. And I told him I got 17 minutes in and I couldn't. I wrote one page of notes and I just had to walk away, and that was like a week ago. And he's like, "Yeah, but we've watched that one together." And I went, "Yeah, but we never finished it. We couldn't actually finish it."
Yeah.
And he goes, so allegedly, my brother said, like Uwe Boll, he's a really bad guy.
Yeah.
Um, and he was asking so far, what's his best movie? And I was like, well, Postal so far, in my opinion, is his best movie. I said, but House of the Dead is like, it actually has a plot and it kind of keeps you in. And he goes, yeah, but doesn't that show you like how hard it is to direct a movie? And I just pan stared at him and I went, no, I can direct a better movie.
Yeah.
And I have
Oh,
absolutely no idea how to direct a movie. I could direct a better movie. Would it take?
yeah, I
Would it?
got you. I like, especially with the resources that man must have had,
Yes,
his hubris was just getting in the way.
but like, I mean, like, could I do it in the time frame that he did? Probably, absolutely not, because he knows how to. Oh God, I'm going to say it. He knows how to direct a movie. I'm not saying he knows how to make a movie, but like he knows like the process of like start to finish. But
Right.
like if I was given damn near like, I don't know, 3 times as long, and like the first third I'm just stumbling over my own dick to figure out how to do it, and in the
Yeah.
last second and third, quarter of it, am I going to figure it out? Probably.
Yeah. No,
Because
again, with
because
his
I
resources,
do because
like,
I do problem solve, but like Jesus Christ, I honestly feel like yes, I could direct a better movie than Uwe Boll.
yes. Yeah, no, we
Jordan,
could.
you could too.
Like, yeah. No. We could. Like, if we had half that man's resources, we could have made a better movie.
Even if it was the same script, I feel like we could.
Oh, I'd want to do some rewrites, but yeah, you're right.
All right, Jordan, I want to do one more thing. I'm going to go into In the Name of the King. Um, I'm just going to look up trivia about it. But yeah, Blood Rain 2, all those ladies around Meatloaf were prostitutes. I can't think of anything else that we. Oh my God, script development took over a year. In the end, Doug Taylor rewrote 80% of the script because the original story was considered too similar to the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Oh my God. Oh my
No
God. Oh my God.
way.
Oh. Oh my God, Jordan, we may not be able to continue his filmography. I'm just off of that sentence alone. Oh, hold on. Oh, fuck. I need a minute. Oh my God, I have to work today. I have to work today with that information just rattling around in my fucking brain.
I know. Be nice to your employees.
They don't deserve it. They.
They watch Postal and go, "This is cinema."
Oh my God. Okay. The medicine Merrick gives Farmer was actually tea mixed with ketchup. Uwe Boll,
Oh, that's fun.
Uwe Boll
Why?
purposely concocted the mixture to get a disgusted reaction from Jason Statham. Okay. I'm still trying to
Yeah, don't trust
recover.
your actors. You're right. He doesn't trust his audience. You're right. I'm sorry.
Thank you. Production of the computer generated imagery was convoluted and problematic. Ubo claims he had to fire several different CGI providers who had outsourced their jobs to lower quality studios that worked for less money. I think that should be in all of his movies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. The first public cut of the film was completed 8 hours before screening. Uwe Boll personally flew the movie from Vancouver to Los Angeles.
What do you think he was thinking on the flight?
I'm going to win an
Like,
Oscar.
Yeah, right. He was like, I have the holy grail of movies. Man, do you think... Okay, this is going to be real morbid.
Oh,
Would a part of you be like, if the plane goes down and this gets destroyed, they could just say it was a masterpiece? Like, you know, like this is like the lost movie.
Yeah.
And then you could just build that up.
I feel like...
God, I hate so much.
All right, I feel like you'll love
I used to not be a hateful person.
All right.
You know?
Are you ready?
Oh, God.
All right.
I had so much life in me. I was so excited for this podcast. I was so excited for just...
All right, hold on. No. Kevin
you
Smith.
Hold on. I'm fucking venting. I need a minute.
I love that the Lord of the Rings like trilogy thing didn't get you, but all that.
Oh, it did. It's just adding.
You're still processing.
It's so much. Every time I learn something new, I'm just like, I wish I didn't know that.
All right. Here we go. Kevin Smith and Juliette Lewis. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. Just listen. Kevin Smith and Juliette Lewis were filming Catch and Release 2006 on an adjoining set and came to visit the neighboring production. Burt Reynolds said he saw them steal 2 boxes of Krispy Kreme donuts, but the rest of the cast didn't mind because they much preferred Dunkin' Donuts. I just thought you'd like that.
Yeah, I do like that. I love Kevin Smith. Why was Kevin Smith there?
He was in a different... He was in an adjoining set and then came to visit the neighboring production.
I see. I wonder what he was filming.
I told you, Catch and Release.
Oh, Catch and Release.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Jason
actually didn't even know he was on that.
Jason Statham filmed...
I don't know if I've ever watched that movie.
Jason Statham filmed many of his action scenes while nursing a injured tendon in his foot. Let's see. Uwe Boll considered releasing the film in 2 installments because of its length. Instead, it was edited.
Oh my God!
Instead, it was edited into a theatrical release with the director's cut release on DVD.
Fuck off! Oh my God!
Here we go. I'm just gonna keep on going.
My brain is broken.
While filming an outdoor fight scene, Burt Reynolds grew overheated in his armor costume, became unconscious, and fell from the platform on which the duel was filmed. Reynolds claimed this was the only time in his career that he had to miss a day of filming due to sickness or injury. Fucking get it, Burt Reynolds.
Wow.
Su Tung Chi.
I wish Burt Reynolds was in more things.
Well, he's dead.
Go ahead.
So, I mean, we can't.
Is he dead?
Yes, he is.
What?
Yes.
When did that happen?
Like 2019, I think.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Yes. Look it up.
2018.
2018. There you go.
Oh my god.
All right, hold on a second. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. I lost it.
What a sexy man. Right up to the end, man.
Su Tung Chi's salary was higher than Uwe Boll's. During production,
Jesus.
Uwe Boll sponsored a charity
Oh,
visit to the set. Guests got to see behind the scenes work, and proceeds were donated to the Children's Hospital. Ray Liotta was extremely upset by this. In future interviews, he would talk about how crazy, in quotes, Boll was for allowing so many spectators on the set. Ray Liotta was pissed off about a children's hospital being on set. That fits. I love it.
I yeah, I love the idea of like somebody trying to like save kids' lives in their off time is gonna be like, oh man, yeah, I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of this fucking dog shit movie.
See, and this is where it shows that he spends money just unneeded. Some of the individual Krug costumes, so the enemies in the movie In the Name of the King, cost over $10,000 to produce.
No,
Yeah, Uwe Boll
use that on production. Oh my god, I just on distribution. Sorry, not production. Yeah, like I just use I just okay.
Um,
I just hit my mic. I don't know. I don't I can't I just why did we let this man
here you
direct
go.
things?
Here,
How did he get work
Jordan?
after this?
Jordan, here we go. Uwe Boll claims that the 2 hour and 36-minute director's cut of the film is not, in fact, the complete version of the film. Boll claims that the unreleased 3-hour version of the movie was created and featured more scenes of character development. Give it to me.
Yeah, that'll fix the movie.
Oh my God, we have talked about this actor on how they don't get enough love because they were also in the top 100 for worst actors of all time. Kevin Costner was offered the lead role.
Wow.
Uwe Boll claims Costner wasn't interested in filming a large-scale action film and instead offered Uwe Boll the opportunity to direct the project he was working on at the time, Mr. Brooks, which is a pretty good thriller movie, in my opinion. Boll turned it down. Thank you, Uwe Boll, for turning down Mr. Brooks because I believe Kevin Costner directed that movie, and it actually wasn't that bad because we actually got to see a director. I mean, Kevin Costner is a better director than Uwe Boll. I mean, he did Dances with Wolves. What has Kevin Costner done? Here we go. We are going down the fucking pipeline. Here we go. Producer.
And hang on. Let's walk through that meeting. You're Kevin Costner, right?
Yeah, Kevin Costner.
Yeah. And this fucking guy who's directed just nothing but dog shit movies is like, hey, you want to be in my next fucking movie? Of course I'm going to say no. But Kevin Costner went, no, but here's a thing I can do for you. You can direct one of my good movies. Like, what a Chad.
Okay. So.
And then Uwe Boll was probably like fucking offended. Like, fucking,
Okay, so the first movie that Kevin Costner directed and produced, okay? Dances with Wolves. Yeah. The Postman, which I think gets a lot of hate, but it shouldn't.
Okay.
Open Range, which actually for a western is not bad.
It's not bad.
He's been a producer of a lot. Where's Mr. Brooks?
Yeah, he does a lot of Western stuff.
All right, so he was a producer on Mr. Brooks. Who directed Mr. Brooks? Bruce Evans. That's the last movie he directed. Huh. Okay.
Hang on, I gotta look up something here.
There's so much to this man's life. It's actually quite fucking draining. All right, I'm almost done with all the trivia. So Su Tung Shang was an action director. Uwe Boll personally choreographed the scenes featuring Jason Statham and Ron Perlman fighting the Krug in the barn. Okay, cool. That's not a great scene. That's within the first 17 minutes when I was like, I gotta take a break. The film includes 1,280 shots of digital effects. A day of filming was lost due to heavy fog. Some of the forest terrain and mountain tops could only be accessed via helicopter. And on a particular foggy day, Uwe Boll and part of the crew were literally stranded on a mountain for over 2 hours because the helicopter couldn't take off. Shot in 2005. Was featured on episode 58 of the comedy podcast How Did This Get Made? Yep. That's how I heard about this. Burt Reynolds. That's all I got for In the Name of the King. Yeah, and this was one of Burt Reynolds' last films, which is very sad.
Yeah. But then he had Archer, so
He did.
He got a lot of love there.
Which I have been rewatching Archer, and I am enjoying every minute of it.
Oh, it's so I just what?
Right, so,
hang on. What Burt Reynolds movies does Archer say? Does he say this movie?
He talks about Gator a lot, and what's the one where they're a bunch of rapists?
Deliverance?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jordan, are we gonna do all Uwe Boll filmographies? Like, even if he was just a producer, are we gonna do that one?
No.
No? Okay. So 2, 3. But if he was the director or writer or actor, we will watch it?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 of his, I think it's like 60 some movies, we will not have to watch. Some of these I don't know how we're going to watch because they don't even have Wikipedia pages. So that's going to fall in your court, sir.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're still going to have to watch Alone in the Dark too because it's based off of a video game, but he's just a producer on that one. And then, so Zombie Massacre, which is still technically a video game movie. Oh no, he's an actor in that one. So yeah, we'll watch that one. Morning Star Warrior, Angel of the Dead, Zombie Massacre 2, Reich of the Dead. Jesus Christ, he loves his Nazis allegedly. House of Evil, and the Decline. We won't have to watch, and possibly Seed Legacy.
Wow.
Oh
Hang
god,
on.
I can't believe we're
Hang
gonna
on.
do. I can't believe we're gonna do this.
Hang on. Hang on. I'm watching a clip from Archer. Give me 1 second.
Danger Zone. I'm gonna pull up because we have not went over this in a long time. Since
Yeah.
you're doing your own thing, let me pull up our analytics. Give some shout outs to some listeners. All right. Let's do all time. Hey, female listenership 62.5%. Male listenership 33. Not specified 3.6. All right, let's see if we have any new states. Wisconsin? Who's ever out in Wisconsin, send us an email. You're our
Okay.
number one listenership. Hold on, I'm almost done.
Okay.
So Wisconsin's our biggest listenership. Got Wyoming, Michigan, Colorado, Virginia, California, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, North Carolina, Nevada,
California.
Oregon, Utah, and Georgia. Georgia's new.
Georgia is new. Hey, Georgia. What the fuck?
Oh, stop it.
All right.
They did the right thing. We still got Russia,
No.
we still got Russia, Canada, United Kingdom, Germany, and Australia. Thank you.
What, people still live there?
Thank you, Australia.
I thought that was vacant lot at this point.
Well, you're all butthurt because everyone always said Australia didn't exist, and then it moved to how Wyoming didn't exist.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, Super Mario Bros. Is still our number one rated episode. You got Street Fighter at number 2. You got our introduction at number 3. Mortal Kombat Part 1 at 4th. And oh god. Anyone who listened to Double Dragon, I'm sorry, is number 5.
Yeah.
And then
that's all our starting episodes. What the fuck?
And then coming up right after Double Dragon, Jordan, would you like to guess?
Tomb Raider.
Womb Raider.
No.
We're a softcore porn podcast now.
No. Oh wait, that's the one with Megan. No, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think I haven't pulled up our Apple stuff because I know we actually have a pretty good listenership on Apple, where like each episode gets like 20 to 40 listens, which I do not understand. Why are you listening to this?
So Archer lists a lot of Burt Reynolds movies, but the two that are like, hey, these are bad, was the CIA movie, and then At Long Last Love, which but yeah, In the Name of the King, not mentioned.
Okay.
I don't know if the makers of Archer have watched it, and I think we should petition them to give some sort of statement.
So since we are at the halfway mark, Jordan, do you remember what your predictions were for the top rated movies?
I think Blood Rain was on there.
Yep. And?
House of the Dead, maybe?
You did Blood Rain 1 and Blood Rain 2 as the two that would become... Yes, you did.
No.
Yes.
Ben.
You said it, not me.
You know when you're like thinking back on your life and you're like, man, I am gonna like if I could build a time machine and go back and like, talk to myself.
This is what you'd fix?
There wouldn't be a lot of talking, there'd just be a lot of punching. Like I would just beat the shit out of myself. This is I think the fastest turnaround of that.
You said
Like
Blood Rain 2.
I would beat up 15-year-old me like without hesitation. I wouldn't even have to go that far back for this one.
No.
And I'd have to beat the shit out of myself.
My predictions were In the Name of the King and House of the Dead.
Wow.
And the way House of the Dead is sitting is...
Did you say 50 people listen to this fucking bullshit?
Yeah, there's like 20 to 40 like that listen consistently on Apple, but Spotify's algorithms don't take into consideration
Wow.
I know. And we get all these listeners and we get no fucking emails. You pieces of shit.
Email us at castingtolevelup@gmail.com. Ben, do you want to spell it for them? Or no, you leave it in the link, right? Or in the description?
I do, but CASTINGTOLEVELUP at sign
At
GMAL.com.
.com. You're not gonna say .com.
DOTCOM // HTTP :
Have you seen anything online about people freaking out that World Wide Web is faster to say than www.
Who still says www? Who types in www outside of my mother? If you still type in www, I think you need to know what a lead bullet tastes like.
Okay, boomer. You are walking on the thinnest of ice. It is cracking beneath you. You need to stop.
Oh. We got Farley.
He had his medicine.
Oh, we got Farley.
You said you gave it to him.
No,
Oh, okay.
that's
Nope.
why he's a psycho. Okay.
Farley has not had his meds.
Uh-oh.
All right, Jordan. That's all I got. We're just gonna. I mean, it's hard to do Uwe Boll like research because his movies make you so exhausted you don't want to hear his name. And I allegedly hate this man so much.
Yeah. I really don't want to watch this fucking movie. It might kill me.
We're only halfway through.
I literally can't bring myself to fucking pull it up, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
So I did have someone who does listen to the podcast. I'll just say it's my brother. He's like, there's times where I wonder if you guys even watch the movie, and I'm like, Brian, they're Uwe Boll. Like they're hard to talk about, and B, they're so hard to watch.
Yeah, was there a specific episode? No, I'm worried.
No, because he's not caught up. But I just told him they're hard movies to even just like keep in line with. Like they're not.
Yeah.
Like the first 17 minutes of In the Name of the King, which is all that I've watched so far. There's so many cuts.
Made it to the Uwe Boll yet. So what other movies didn't we watched all the fucking movies? What did it not sound like we watched?
I don't know. I didn't ask him, but I'm just saying the first 17
minutes. We need to
get
Brian on one of these.
the first 17 minutes.
Grill him. Uwe Boll style.
the first 17 minutes of In the Name of the King, there's so many characters introduced. There's so many fucking cutscenes. Like, I got exhausted in that 17 minutes, and like it's just bam, 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 the whole entire time for 17 minutes. So you can, because Uwe Boll doesn't know how to direct a fucking movie, and he just shows all these fucking characters, and nothing seems like, I don't know if the right word's like inherent, but nothing natural. Nothing seems natural whenever he directs a fucking movie.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Ugh. And then we got, oh my God, Jordan, I'm looking down the barrel of the gun right now, and fucking lead's going to taste really great. We got Far Cry, we got Blood Rain, the Third Reich, and then back to back In the Name of the King 2 and 3, and then we're done. And then we're going to continuously torture ourselves because we love to whip ourselves as we read the Bible and just watch his whole entire filmography. Ugh.
We gotta do another Blood Rain?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I thought he wasn't part of the third one.
He directed it.
No.
And it's, what's her name? Killing Nazis.
No, Ben.
Or she joins the Nazis. Who knows?
Ben, no. He didn't direct Blood Rain 3.
Yes, he did.
No, there was something. No, there was. No.
Yes.
You said, I'm gonna pull up fucking receipts, motherfucker. You said he didn't do.
Alone in the Dark 2, he produced.
Oh, fuck you. God damn it. No.
I'm sorry.
Why? Why is she?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jordan.
No. Can I?
What?
Can I call an audible and just say we're done? Just
No.
rate them all the rest.
No,
at 0.
You
and
did
just
this.
Move on with our lives.
You did this. I wanted
I know,
to do it.
That's why I'm calling an audible.
I wanted to do this chronologically. So, Jordan, let's see, where would we be right now? Hold on, here we go.
No, I don't want to know.
All right, so we would have watched. So we've
No.
done 6. So we would have watched Resident Evil 2 already. We would have watched Doom already. Forbidden Siren, which is a very, very small movie, but we would have watched that. And then we would have got to play Yakuza 2, and we would have been able to watch the 40-minute movie of Like a Dragon, and then possibly Silent Hill. We could have been watching Silent Hill, and then like our next movie, Jordan, would be Dead or Alive.
I don't want to talk about this.
We only have a couple more episodes of the Casting Couch. JD Vance, he really did a number on the Casting Couch. So yeah, here shortly we'll be doing some different stuff. But yeah, thank you everyone as we continuously go through the ultimate and true, I really can't get the proper words for this, but the true cinematic hell that is an Uwe Boll movie, as Jordan and I slip closer and closer to insanity. As are we like gonna figure out like if he's a good director or not, or like?
I think we already did, and the answer
Okay.
is no.
Okay.
But
But
he
yeah.
thinks he is, and that makes him special.
Oh God, yeah, and we didn't even get to you listening to his podcast. We'll have to touch on that on another episode.
Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna have to re-listen to like remember what the fuck he said that like drove me over the edge.
He just talks about himself. That's all.
Yeah, in a positive way.
Remember to email us at castingtolevelup@gmail.com. Send all of your bitches, moans, gripes, complaints, anything, everything. We will talk about whatever you send us. And follow us on all social media, Casting to Level Up. Everything is tagged in the podcast information description. Jordan, do you have anything?
Get fucked.
Get fucked. Okay. Yeah.
And if if you're not Uwe Boll, I hope you get fucked in a good way.
Allegedly. I guess I will. You know what? I think the best way to describe these episodes is, what's that saying? I said it earlier.
What?
Something, find out. Fuck around and find out. That's the best way to
Wow. You forgot fuck around and find out.
Fuck around and find out. That's the best way to describe an Uwe Boll movie, especially.
Wow. And people who use www. need to say so let pull it. How's that ice breaking for you?
Oh God, yeah. If you are typing www,
you just forgot.
fuck
You're
around.
such an asshole.
Fuck around and find out. All right. Well, join us next episode. We're doing our halftime show. And then after that, hopefully we have regrouped enough to, I don't know, try to continue this stupid project. So
I know, we gotta finish it. And I just... there's some good movies down the pipeline. And I can't... Like, Doom is gonna get definitely like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, Doom's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, everyone. And that's it. We're out.
All right, bro.